Hey guys, magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. Pow Salud, Powcast Sports, and I am live once again. And I'm live from Cebu City. Now actually, Lapu-Lapu in Cebu, here in the Philippines. At syempre, hindi ko papalampasin itong gabi na to hanggang di tayo nag-uusap ng basketball. Dahil yung kasamahan ko si Billy, parang hindi pa siya tapos sa diskusyon namin. At napakalagang diskusyon nito kasi bukas ang laban ng kanyang Golden State Warriors. At kanina, gusto ko lang imbitahan ulit yung mga Lakers fan. Maliwanag ba ako? Gusto ko maliwanag yung boses ko Paki-comment nyo nga po kung kasi parang naririnig yung echo So, double check ko lang At may mensahe ako sa mga Laker fan dyan. So, sa mga Laker fan dyan, eto lang masasabi ko sa inyo Sadali. Okay, maliwanag naman pala. Siguro yung yung mic ko lang medyo malabo ng konti. Ano ngayon nangyari sa Lakers? Natalo, wala man lang si Ja Morant dun. Anong nangyari kay Anthony Davis? Bakit ganun? Tingnan mo yung stats ni Anthony Davis Mamaya tatanungin natin si Billy pero asarin ko muna kayo ng konti 4 out of 14! Anyari sa Lakers? Anthony Davis. LeBron James 12 out of 23. 1 out of 8 sa 3-point. Ano ba yan? Hindi marunong mag-shoot. Joke lang Pero that's the real stats, no? And the Memphis Grizzlies, partida na wala si Ja Morant, nanalo pa. So, pag-usapan nga natin ano ba yung nangyari dyan sa Lakers na yan. At bukas yung natin, Ryan Garcia, topic natin Friday night. Kasi sabi ni Billy sa akin, bukas na lang. No, Ryan Garcia bukas So ngayon, itong Lakers, pag-usapan natin yung nangyari at yung Golden State. So, sisimulan na natin ito at iba't iba pa pong mga balita sa basketball. Pagkatapos po ng ating countdown, shoutouts muna at yung mga taga Cebu, magkita-kita po tayo sa San Fernando for the ARQ Encuentro 10. Encuentro 10, si Rodix Piala po ang lalaban ni Alan Alberca para sa boxing. Yan po ang aking pupuntahan dito sa April 22, April 23, syempre may live pa rin tayo. So, anyway, po tayo, countdown and then shoutout muna, magbabasa ako ng mga ilang comments bago ko ipasok si Billy. Nagre-research na si Billy kasi mamaya alam niyang mainit na naman ang aming diskusyon. Let's do a quick countdown. Powcast Sports. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Teka. Totoo ba itong nababasa ko? Dillon Brooks calls LeBron James old? Parang I poke bear, sabi nga nun. Parang kung ako talaga, fan ako ni LeBron, magagalit ako dito kay Dillon Brooks Magagalit talaga ako Pero bago kayo magalit, shoutout muna tayo dyan. Shoutout ko lang muna yung mga tao So, Emrones, shoutout sa'yo. Si Bobby Oswenko, si Ernel, salamat. 1 hour ko inintay itong NBA night. Bobby Oswenko, pasensya na kasi it was just about 30 minutes ago lang ang pagkarating ko dito sa hotel. So kanina, syempre kumain muna ako. Ngayon kaharating-rating ko lang dito sa hotel. So medyo nag-set up pa ako, nag-ayos pa ako ng gamit ko. Buti na lang may internet dito sa hotel. So, salamat. Jackie, salamat. Gandang gabi, Sir Pau. Natalo ang Lakers. Oo, natalo. Kaya nga nangasar ako eh. Pero mag-alala. Ganun lang talaga buhay. Gusto ko Lakers andun si Marantz para walang what if. Suspended ba si Draymond? Parang suspended po. I-confirm yan ni mamaya. Kasi mainit ang usapan namin mamaya dyan. Is Memphis better if Ja Morant is not playing? Some people are saying, bro. Shout out, Idol, sa mga taga-Tansa. Salamat sa iyo dyan. SM Tansa. Maalat lang ibang Lakers kanina. Yan ang sinasabi ko. Di ba? Lalo na pag wala si AD, wala na. Yabang ni Brooks, akala mo naman, na-limit niya si LBJ. Pero 1 out of 8 LBJ sa 3-point. Paano ko ni Lebron, pero ba't di naman ako nagagalit kay Bros? Ano sinabi niya? Dillon Bros para kasing Kendrick Perkins lang yan. Lakas mga asar, konti lang ambag. Yun ang ambag niya, yung pang-asar. Parang ako, ang ambag ko asar lang ngayon. Anyway, pasok na natin si Billy at pag-usapan na natin yung mga dapat natin pag-usapan. Siyempre, isa lang yung screen ko ngayon. So, double screen tayo sa cellphone. Billy, ready ka na? Let's do this, ha? Billy!
Hello, good evening po sa inyo lahat dito sa Powcast Sports. And sorry sa konting delay dahil syempre kararating lang yan from Cebu, si Kuya Pau. So, welcome po sa inyo lahat. Pero, before we talk about NBA or whatsoever regarding basketball, syempre, let's have a moment of silence. Kasi syempre, we want to dedicate to sa isang batikang sportscaster ng Pilipinas. Siya ang naging dahilan kung bakit sumikat ang PBA noong 90s sa kanyang pananagalog at sa kanyang pagbibisaya. And I will say, siya rin ang naging dahilan kung bakit na-discover ang isang 8-time division champion. Walang iba kundi si Ed Picson. So, let's have a moment of silence. Siguro mga 30 seconds lang to pray for his soul. Nakikirami po ang buong Powcast Sports sa pamilya ng ating batikang sportscaster Ed Picson.
Okay, mukhang okay na.
Okay? Okay na.
Billy, since we're on this topic, I wanna ask you about Ed Picson. Nakasama mo ba siya or nagkaroon ka ba ng personal interaction?
Actually, I am a fan. Hindi naman. I am a fan of Ed Picson. Lalo na pag nanonood ako ng PBA, especially nung 90s. Siyempre, siya yung kumbaga, siya yung reason kung bakit pinasikat niya ang PBA with his Tagalog and with his Bisaya. But he is very fluent in English. Yes. Pero yun nga kasi nung 80s kasi, it's more of English because of the idol, the late Joe Cantada. Siya yung naging kumbaga hawa-hawa lahat eh. And then syempre, pagdating ng 90s, yun na, pumasok na sa eksena, yun nga sina Ed Picson, Chino Trinidad, Noli Ayala. Yan yung yan yung masasabi natin pag nanonood ka ng PBA, masarap panoorin. Lalo na kung, syempre, pinag-usapan, syempre, Hinebra. Diba? So, si Ed kasi, siya yung siya yung madaling mo maintindihan si Ed Picson. Madaling mo siya maintindihan pag siya ay nagsasalita. Siyempre, remember, he is an actor. Naging guest yan sa John and Marsha. All I can say is, siya yung kumbaga siya yung nakadiscover una kay Asi Taulava, kundi dahil sa kanya, hindi magiging Filipino mismo si Asi Taulaba. Remember, siya ang naka-witness na yung nanay niya talaga ay Pinoy from Samar.
Hindi ko
Hinahanap
alam
niya
yun.
talaga yun. Hinanap niya yun para patunayan lang na Pinoy si Asi. So, yun nga, siya yung naging witness nun. Sinabi niya yun sa isang interview. And then,
Ganun
syempre, dahil sa kanya, di ba, kaya naitaguyod yung programang Blow by Blow.
Isa
Syempre,
rin, isa
with
rin.
Romy Quintanar, and then you have Kinito Henson. At siya lang naman na siya naman ang mga naka-discover doon sa taong yun. Na sino mag-aakala sang taga Jensan, lumipat ng Malabon, talagang nasa hirap ng buhay, kumakayod, tapos nag-boxing at the age of 15. At sino mag-aakala pagdating ng future, siya pala isang 8th Division World Champion sa pangalan ni Manny Pacquiao. Siguro, what is my favorite Ed Picson moment? Yung 1996, nung All-Filipino Cup. Natandaan nyo, Alaska fans, yung game number 6, nagkaroon ng foul kay Bong Ravena. Naalala niyo yun? Yung 2 free throws niya that gave Alaska the first of their 3 Grand Slam, of their 3 championships to complete the Grand Slam. That is the best Ed Picson moment. Kayo dyan, mga fans, ano ba yung natatandaan nyo regarding kay Ed Picson? Siyempre gusto ko tanungin si Kuya Pau. Kuya Pau, ano ba yung favorite mong Ed Picson moment?
Actually, there are so many moments kay Sir Ed Picson, but one thing that I just wanted to say, of course, he's inspiration to me, for me, dahil sa kanyang flexibility and his knowledge, not just in basketball. And I have admitted this in the past na, I was mainly and initially focused on basketball. And much like si Ed Picson, si Kinito Henson, nagbo-boxing din sila. So sabi ko, I wanna be like them. So yun. At siguro kaya ko rin natanong sa iyo, one of my latest personal interaction with Sir Ed Picson was with when the Southeast Asian Games happened here in Manila. So we went to watch the boxing team. He's in charge of ABAP back then, and
ano ba yun? Is it in 2005 o yung 2019?
yung recently lang nagkita kami kasama ko pa si
LCC.
pati si Januel Casimero kasama ko. So, we talk a little bit and we shared nakita ko siya kung paano magsalita. It's just an inspiration someone as a commentator who has done and cover sports is now doing bigger things. So I'm sure he'll be missed not just by the journalists or not just by the media friends, but the boxing community in general and the sports community in the Philippines in general. So hats off to Sir Ed Picson. Isa sa inspirasyon niya ng Powcast Sports. That's why we do what we do as well. So yun.
And yun nga, gusto ko pasalamatan. Sir Ed Picson, you will be missed. Amen. Now, syempre, pag-usapan natin, nangyari yung the past 2 days. Syempre, na past 2 days na syempre nagkaroon ng NBA playoff. Syempre, you have yesterday with syempre at Boston beating Atlanta easily. And then you have the LA Clippers got bamboozled by Phoenix. Thanks to Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, nagkaroon ng first win si Chris Paul against the referee Scott Foster out of 15 tries. And then 15 playoff games, na yun lang nanalo si CP3. And then you have also, what is this team? The New York Knicks got walloped by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
They're tied at 1 game apiece.
Yeah.
So, ano talaga yan yung yesterday's game, ang ini-expect ko lang talaga is the Suns and the Clippers 'Di ba? Si Russell Westbrook nung game number 1 minalas. Pero ang ganda ng play siya sa dulo. Ngayon naman, swerte naman sa tira. Kaso, iba talaga yung init ng kamay ni Devin Booker. He scored 38 points.
Yeah.
And then, syempre, Kevin Durant added 25. So, match-match lang talaga eh. Pero yun nga kasi, syempre, it's a matter of ano na lang yan eh. Kumbaga, who has the will to win. Now, the series will shift to Los Angeles tomorrow. That will be at 10:30 a.m. And I don't know who will win. Lalo na, syempre, at least bawing-bawi ang Phoenix.
Alam mo, the thing about the Suns and the Clippers, talagang they are full of, para sa akin they're full of stars. Yung roster nila is very deep. Both of them para sa akin. And
medyo deep yung Clippers eh. Yun.
Oo, deep talaga. Ang daming nilang pwedeng hatakin na pwedeng gumawa, but Devin Booker being the young leader of this group, talagang siya yung nanguna eh. Inunahan niya pa yung Kevin Durant actually. So that say a lot about this guy Kevin Booker. And I honestly, from the start of the playoffs, I was rooting for the Phoenix Suns. I think it's about time for the Phoenix Suns, and especially with the addition of Kevin Durant. They were able to do it without Kevin Durant before, right? So what more if they have Kevin Durant? I mean, nothing against the Los Angeles Clippers. I think it's gonna be still a hard ball game. But at the end of the day, now that the Phoenix Suns has gotten their first win, I think it's just gonna be the Phoenix Suns all the way, in my perspective. And starting tomorrow, I think the Phoenix Suns is gonna take another win. What do you think?
Well, kasi syempre, ang maganda sa kanila, tabla na eh. One game apiece. Well, kasi syempre, if the others will step up aside kay Leonard and Westbrook, that will be a problem for the Phoenix Suns, because the weakness of Phoenix is their bench. Wala silang provider of the bench like Cam Johnson. Tapos nawala si Mikal Bridges. Ang pamalit po dyan ay sina Landry Shamet, Cameron nga, si Payne pa nga injured. So, medyo limitado lang yung bench ng, you have Jock Landale, you have Damian Lee, pero hindi sila yung super scorers na bench. Hindi.
Okay.
Sa Clippers kasi, you have so many options too. You have Terrence Mann, you have also Eric Gordon, you have also Mason Plumlee who can control the boards. You have Bones Highland. So, it's a matter of it's a matter of starting five versus the bench from the deep bench of the Clippers So, sabi ko, with the series tied at one game apiece, this, for Phoenix, they need to be serious with this because medyo mahirap talunin ng Clippers sa home court nila. Mahirap.
Pag natalo nila yan bukas, alam ko Phoenix Suns na yan. Basta I think tomorrow will be the benchmark for me. If
sana
they can
nga.
win. If,
sana
diba?
nga. Sana nga. Diba? Yung sa Cleveland saka New York, well, hindi yun expected. Pero syempre, number one concern for me is Julius Randle because nung dunakdakan niya si Jarrett Allen, bumagsak siya ng sobrang sakit sa babang likod, sa may bandang puwet. Sorry for the word, ayun, yun ang magiging concern for game number 3. That will be on Saturday. If can he play well, lalo na the series will shift to the Big Apple. Hindi ka natin if kaya pa ba, sino mag-uunahan sa 2-1. And then syempre pag-usapan natin yung Boston sa Atlanta.
Teka.
Wala.
Let me say my piece muna bago ka mag-move on sa sunod na topic. Let me say my piece dito sa New York tsaka sa Cleveland.
Sige, sorry.
New York, Cleveland, I was reviewing the stats kanina bago tayo nagsimula. Chine-check ko. And I noticed that the three main guys, they all played bad game. All of them has a very bad field goal percentage. Lahat 5 out of 17, 8 out of 20, 4 out of 13 for New York Knicks. Lahat sila ang pangit ng laro. And this is credit to the defense siguro of Cleveland because
defense, actually.
they couldn't shoot.
From the start Dinambakan nila from the start. And Darius Garland had a big night yesterday. He had 32 points, 26 in the first half. Eh,
Yeah.
syempre, it is first playoff appearance of his career. Talagang tinoto kayod niya. And then you have Donovan Mitchell at 17 points and 13 assists. A career high in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say, tooth and nail. Fighting to the tooth and nail. Ano yan? Medyo titigan yan pagdating sa Game 3. Ano na, yung Madison Square Garden, grabe. Grabe yan pagdating sa fans. Pero tignan natin if they can
Yeah.
surge up. So, yun lang.
Sa game na to, New York needs to shoot a little better. That's 36% as a team against 49%. Obviously, you're gonna lose. So let's move on. Well, I don't wanna say that boring yung Boston Celtics at saka Atlanta Hawks because I'm enjoying
I will say,
every
I will
minute.
agree to you. It's a boring series, kung totoo said. Pero,
But
mo
I'm
kasi,
enjoying the moment of
pero
the
alam mo,
highlight
the
reels
NBA
and the domination of the Boston Celtics. They're
Pero yun
showing,
nga,
parang they're making a
iisipin
statement.
ko na lang dito. Ang iisipin ko na lang dito will be Trae Young. Because he was voted by the NBA players as the most overrated player. Well, ito totoo naman. Kasi sabihin na lang natin, mayabang lang talaga si Trae Young. Gila yun, aminin natin, mayabang talaga si Trae Young. So, ang gusto ko lang sabihin is this. Siyempre, if we expect na kaya ba ng Atlanta makabalik sa serye? I doubt. Kahandaan ba nilang Boston? Wala eh. Wala kang tatapat kay Jason Tatum. Wala kang tatapat kay Jaylen Brown. And then, you have the great efforts of Derek White for 26
I love the game of Derek White since a couple of years ago since we acquired Derek White, and there were some rumors about Derek White being traded. I'm so happy that he's not traded. Ang galing ni Derek White. Ang galing para sa akin.
Derek White kasi is a guy na he can be a stopper, he can be a shooter depending on what the role it says. And then syempre, we have Malcolm Brogdon pa rin, man of the bench. Kumbaga, parang hindi naman kailangan mag-effort ng ibang players dito because hindi ko sa minamalit ang Atlanta, but Atlanta just doesn't have the pieces to match up with this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Baka pagdating pa dun sa home court ng Atlanta, sorry na lang. Unless Trae Young will do something. Just like what he did last season against Miami when he drained the game-winning floater that actually cut the deficit to 4-2 game. So, let's see.
I think baka magkatotoo nga yung mo dito, and I would wanna talk about this more and more, but I think there are other games na mas interesting pero baka magkatotoo yung 4-0 mo dito.
Thank you. And then syempre pag-usapan natin kanina. O sige, unahin natin. Ano ba nangyari sa Lakers kanina? Actually, di ba sinabi nga doon sa balita, Ja Morant is out for game number 2 because of a right soreness. Pero the Grizzlies played better without Morant. It's because, ang maganda kasi doon sa team without Ja Morant, umiikot yung bola.
They passed the ball, yes.
Umiikot yung bola led by Tyus Jones. Pero, moment, number 2, between the Grizzlies and the Lakers is none other than Xavier Tillman. Of all people, sino ba yung Xavier Tillman na yan? Say, 230 pounds. Bruiser siya, pero meron siyang 3-point shot. He reminds me of Carl Landry. And this guy is unbelievable because he had the best game of his career. He had 22 points and got 13 rebounds on 10 out of 13 from the field. It just showed na itong si Tillman, medyo na-outplay niya.
Sabihin mo na. Sabihin mo.
LeBron and Anthony Davis. Actually, Anthony Davis, despite he had 5 blocks, meron lang ng play na kung saan there's one player who made an effort to block Anthony Davis, and that is John Conchar. What a block by John Conchar. Libre na dapat si Davis pero hindi niya nakita si Conchar. He blocked him. Boom!
Yeah.
Harap-harapan yun on a top attempt. And that is unbelievable. And syempre, we have Jaren Jackson Jr. after winning his Defensive Player of the Year. He had 18.7 rebounds and 3 block shots. So I will say collective effort, and it's all about the ball movement is good. And then, syempre, swerte lang talaga si Xavier Tillman. Siya yung naging reason. And
Alam
for
mo,
the Lakers kasi...
if there's one thing that the series are teaching us, that it's so far, no, with the upsets and with the younglings winning against the veterans, against the experienced guy, against the world champions, that maybe this playoffs, this season, the experience doesn't matter anymore. It's about the skills, it's about the confidence. And Memphis Grizzlies, even without their main man, are showing that confidence. Ang ganda ng laro, ang ganda ng
I
shooting
cannot
nila.
tell it because regarding Jan, they are 3 years of experience, pero I cannot tell.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. The still younger, a lot younger. They don't have much of a playoff experience compared to their opponents, compared to LeBron James, Anthony Davis. So, especially yung mga leaders nila, ang babata pa.
Pero alam mo the other bright spot for the Lakers, yun nga si LeBron, he had 28 points. Pero there's one person, surprisingly, he's doing it again. Rui Hachimura, who had 20 points off the bench. And
Yes.
ito na, medyo malapit-lapit na. Bigyan mo na malaking break si Rui Hachimura, all-star yan next season.
Good, ganda ng niya, pero ako actually, I don't wanna keep pampering up the LeBron James fans. Ito lang masasabi ko, LeBron James may have had 28 points and 12 rebounds, but he sucked at his 3-point field goal, 1 out of 8. What the heck is the king doing? 1 out of 8.
Sa'yo, umuubra din ng pang-aasar ni Dillon Brooks, di ba? Ito, sabihin nyo, mayabang si Brooks. Actually, sa totoo lang, gusto ko nga eh. Gusto ko yung kayabangan ni Brooks. Bakit? Kasi doon mo makikita na kailangan talaga ng laban regarding sa Memphis. Especially, bata-bat, they're so young. Kailangan meron pang pakitang angas eh. And I will say, itong si Dillon Brooks, he can be the best defender on LeBron James. Kahit sabihin mo nagsasalita yan ng mga trash talk, mind games can be a problem for LBJ. Kahit sabihin mo he has playoff experience, Dillon Brooks is a different animal.
Because LeBron is old. Grabe.
Well,
and
yan ang sinasabi ko. Ang gusto ko lang, ang dami naman pinatunayan ni LeBron James eh. Pero hindi babaguhin ni Brooks yung ganong ugali. Kaya sabihin mong LeBron James can outscore him, he can score 40, hindi babaguhin ni Brooks yung kanyang ugali. That is what you call competitiveness. Yung pagiging mayabang ay natural na yun. Natural na yun.
That's what good, and that's in the making of a champion, a making of a star. And it reminds me of a former Laker na bata pa lang siya, 18 pa lang siya, nakikipag-gita na siya, nakipagyabangan na siya. Laker, LeBron, Kobe Bryant, 'di ba? Angas din ang datingan. Pag meron kang pag-aangas, ganun talaga, and it's all part of the game. You have to have mental toughness, and you have to have,
Ganun naman din si Draymond Green eh. Diba? Ganun naman din si Draymond Green. Diba? Kumbaga, it's a more of angasan lang talaga. Kung ano yung mga sinasabi niyo kayabangan ni Dillon Brooks, pasensya. That is his attitude. You cannot change him. And
I'm sure sinasabi rin niya ng niya, okay, it's working. Do what you did. These are the intangibles. Speaking of kayabangan, I just want to ask you, what happened to Anthony Davis? He's parang hindi siya si Anthony Davis. Yung counterpart niya na si Jackson or si Tillman.
Anthony Davis eh. Okay naman yung laro niya. He had 5 blocks ka.
4 out of 14, man. Okay ba yun? I don't think
Hindi,
so.
ang ibig kong sabihin, um, tinapatan siya na maigi. Tinapatan na siya na maigi ni
But that
Jaren
game is
Jackson.
not okay. He cannot contribute by just blocking shot. He's an all-star for God's sake. The Lakers need him to score. Who else will score in the center position?
Kasi it's a matter of, yun nga, if, that's why dyan papasok yung pride bilang isang defensive player. And Jaren Jackson Jr. made effort. Yung game 1, medyo Anthony Davis, na-outmatch siya. Or sabihin natin overplayed. Whatever it is. Pagdating kasi ng game 2, pinatunayan lang ni Jackson na, okay, I need to do something. I need to prove that I am the defensive player. And that's why he did 18 points. And medyo na-frustrate si Anthony Davis. That's why yun nangyari. The Grizzlies won.
Anthony Davis was not only frustrated,
Really?
he was affected. And if he doesn't play like a two-way player, like pinagsasabi natin lahat, in this day and age of the NBA, those guys that are really important are two-way players. Kaya nga yung Boston Celtics, Tatum and Brown, si Kawhi Leonard, we're all happy with these guys. Anthony Davis was a two-way player. LeBron James was a two-way player. What happened to them? They couldn't score against a young na dapat sila ang dumidiskarte because it's playoffs.
Siguro lang it's all about pride na rin yan sa home court because the Grizzlies don't want to be down 2 games to none. So I will say na yun naman talaga yung kailangan mo, you need to get one and you need to regroup yourselves. Lalo na game 3 will be on Sunday. That will be in Los Angeles. And I will say, if Ja Morant returns, I hope this will be interesting. Kasi maganda naman yung laban eh. Maganda naman yung laban between the Grizzlies and the Lakers.
Maganda talaga and it's very exciting. Again, don't get me wrong, Laker fan. I want you to win, but I don't think you're gonna win against the Memphis Grizzlies if LeBron is shooting bricks from the outside of the line and Anthony Davis cannot score against Jaren Jackson Jr. Talo pa siya and this leads me to the question. Hachimura is a forward but he can score. Austin Reeves, how come these guys can score?
Sabi ko nga sa'yo, di ba? Kung sino ang maswerte, yung bibigyan ng break. Ganun lang naman yun eh. Sino ba nabigyan ng break ng game number 1? Di ba silang dalawa?
Oh.
But ngayon, medyo minala si Reeves. Medyo. Si Hachimura, nandun pa rin yung consistency niya.
5 out of 12, not that bad, but yeah, okay. You can say that.
Pero kung sasabihin ko sa'yo, actually, medyo malas pa nga dyan sa laro niya si D'Angelo Russell. Diba? Asaba pa nga
Malas lahat. Malas lahat ng mga main man na
2 out
dapat
of
mong
11
asahan.
Kung daw nakakamali, he is 2 out of 12 or 211 from the
211, 1 out of 5 from the 3-point line.
Kaya
Lakers
yun
needs
nga,
to practice
medyo
their 3-point shooting.
Na-outplay siya ni Tyus Jones. Kaya yun ang naging problema. So, I will say fair game. Well, let's see. Pagdating sa game 3, that will be on Sunday. Now,
Game 3, if and let's put this into a structure before you move on to a different team. Are you gonna move on to a different team?
you will ask
Structure
me what
natin. Yeah, what should we expect? Para may structure lagi tayo. What happened? Yung ganito, the players, and then what should we expect in the next game? So,
well, syempre, yung pagbabalik lang ni Ja Morant. Tingnan natin if Ja Morant can be a problem, for the Grizzlies, or can he be leading the Grizzlies to a commanding 3-1 lead or a tied series, or can he be a problem and the Grizzlies will have a 3-1 deficit? Nasa kanya yun.
okay, and here's what I think. Here's what I think on this series. Of course, NBA and a lot of Filipino fans will be happy if Lakers wins, if Lakers advance, but the Lakers need to learn how to sit down the players that's not playing well. I mean, instead of playing Russell for 30 minutes, Schroeder, who also had a bad game, or other players could be given a chance. Mga bata itong mga kalaban, di ba? Tapos LeBron
Just
James,
ask
hindi
Darvin Ham. Just
Yeah,
ask
nga.
Darvin.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, LeBron James, I know he's the veteran, but someone needs to tell him to stop shooting the ball from the outside if it's not going in. Let Hachimura shoot it.
Hindi niya gagawin yun. Because unang-una, he is the all-time leading scorer, playoffs and the regular season. So, kung kailangan niya magbubuhat yan. So, you will
Hindi niya na
expect
kaya
for
magbuhat, lolo na nga eh. Someone needs to stop. And remember what happened to the Lakers when Kobe Bryant thinks that he is still Kobe Bryant? God bless him, rest in peace.
Iba si Kobe, iba si LeBron. Si
Ang
LeBron,
pangit din ang
class,
laro ni Kobe Bryant noon.
pero iba si LeBron James. Gagawa ng paraan yan. Remember, isang beses pa lang siya natalo in a playoff series sa first round. And he will do something out of it.
We'll see. It's a challenge.
That's why, yun nga, hindi pa rin. So, let LeBron James score. So,
Okay. I just wanted to say this. Lakers will live and die with LeBron the same way they did with Kobe Bryant. So, good luck sa inyo, guys. Baka yung inaasam-asam natin, na pangarap natin, na title nitong video na to, yung advance tayo mag-isip, Kings versus Lakers, NBA will be happy. Baka maging Sacramento versus Memphis Grizzlies pa. Aray.
yeah. And syempre, the other one is massacre. What a massacre by the Milwaukee Bucks on the Miami Heat. Tinampakan nila ng 36 before they won by only 16 points. Pero the Bucks tied the NBA record for most number of threes in a playoff game with 25. And syempre, it was led by Brook Lopez, who scored 25 points, Drew Holiday at 24, and Pat Connaughton with 22 points on 6 threes.
Can
It's
we
a
take note?
massacre.
Can we put a footnote
At
here?
walang Giannis Antetokounmpo yun.
Footnote, no Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I like this quote. And I saw this, I read this. Sabi ni Holiday, don't worry Giannis, we're gonna hold the fort. We can do it until you return. And they did just that. And that makes Milwaukee Bucks scary. Where in fact, a lot of us are saying na pag wala si Greek Freak, wala ang Milwaukee Bucks. Pero
that's why, di ba sinabi ko, it will depend on Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton and the others. Sinabi ko yun, di ba? So, they responded to the challenge. And actually, sabi nga doon sa NB kanina that Tyler Hero is more important than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Well, ako masasabi ko, Giannis pa rin eh. Kasi si Tyler Hero, meron ba yung pamalit? Nandiyan si Duncan Robinson, nandiyan si Kyle Lowry, nandiyan din si Victor Oladipo. All you need to do is, kailangan other players to step up. Ganun lang kasimple to help Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. Yun lang naman ang kasimple dun eh.
Yep.
Si Giannis kasi, he is the main star. But, ito lang maganda kay Giannis. Good news for him. Good news for the Bucks fans. Hindi ganun kasama yung kanyang injury. Buti na lang. Pero syempre, for safety precautions, he was out in game number 2. But, Milwaukee just responded. And
I want to ask you this question, sorry.
Yeah, sige po.
Did you watch the game? Did you watch the whole game?
Actually, hindi. Pero, actually...
You've seen the stats. You've seen the stats.
Yes, I saw the stats.
No. Here's my question. Here's my
Bumaba
question
ng
to you,
press pa
Billy.
yan, bumaba pa yan ng press eh. Pero buti
Yeah,
na
but
press ang Milwaukee. Kaya
but here's my question to you. We've seen 138, 122. It's a big gap. But if you look at this and tell me how did Miami Heat loses this game on a 53.6 field goal percentage, on a 44.4 3-point shooting, and the rest of the stats is not even far away. How did that happen? Ang taas. Mas mataas pa nga yung field goal percentage ng Miami with 53.6 against 53.5.
Tingnan mo yung number of attempts. Actually, dyan mo na makikita sa number of attempts. Mas maraming number of attempts ang Milwaukee. Meaning yan, mas maraming possessions sa kanila. And sigurado ako. Siyempre, they led the rebounding category over the Heat. So,
but that's just 4 points difference. Four rebounds difference. If it's
But
4 rebounds difference,
wait,
that's just
wait.
four possessions. They have 99 attempts.
That is big. 4 possessions is still 4 possessions.
But that's just
big.
an 8 points difference. Where did it come
8
from?
to
I mean,
12
I'm just trying to be...
difference. 8 to 12 points difference. That is actually big.
8 to 12.
Anong sinasabi dito? If you control the lead, control the game. They control the game with their rebounding. And then, syempre, their 3-point shooting. Isipin mo, binato nila 25-3. Pasok. 25. Tied for the NBA record set by the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, what does it imply? More possessions, more chances to get a shot. And Milwaukee just did. Miami failed to contain the rebounding category. And 8 points to 12 points is actually big.
Especially if it's a 3-point shot. And just saying here na lagi natin parang dinidiscount yung other players sa box, pati nga yung mga starters, but in these games the bench alone had 11 3-point shots.
Exactly, led by Pat Connaughton 6. Yan ba lang Kumbaga, the bench production, kung daw nakakamali, they scored around 43 points or 41 points off the bench. Kumbaga, it's a matter of ano lang yan who wants the ball more? And Milwaukee did that. Just like Miami did that in game number 1. Ganun lang kasimple. The one who is hungrier wins.
Okay. So,
and then,
with this, anong i-expect natin? I mean, we certainly, well, I'm a little bit shocked without Giannis that they can dominate Miami Heat. Ang in a good game, kasi good game pa rin in Miami if you look at the stats. So, what should we expect going forward?
Pero sa Eastern massacre yan. It's actually a massacre. Actually, pero
shooting massacre kasi shooting
Pero anong mangyayari pagdating sa game 3? Well, it's 1-1. And then, syempre, we don't know if Giannis will return. So, pero nakikita naman nila, Giannis will return for game number 3. And that will be crucial. Syempre, Miami, siguro for me, my advice to Milwaukee, they need to become ready physically. Because on game 1, doon sila nabigla Miami played physical defense. That's why na-injured si Giannis. So they need to be ready. Especially 2 games pa yan in South Beach. And starting on Sunday. So let's see if Miami responds or Milwaukee will go dominating the series.
Okay.
Yun. And syempre,
Timberwolves Nuggets muna tayo bago yung Golden State. Mamaya natin pag-usapan yung Golden State para... Ano nangyari dito? May pag-asa pa ba yung Timberwolves?
Kaya naman After the first half. Pero they rallied thanks to Anthony Edwards. And they scored 40 points in the third quarter. Led by Edwards, and they erased that 21-point deficit, and they led by 2 at the end of the third quarter. Pero ibang klase lang si Jamal Murray. Hindi mo alam kung anong siya pinaglihi. Parang he's ready to fire. He's ready to fire from all cylinders. Isipin mo, he had 40 points. That was the most by a Nugget scoring 40 points in a day. That was his 5th 40-point game in a playoff career. And that was actually the most by a Denver Nugget, eclipsing the Nuggets great Alex English with 4. Siya 5. And then, ang maganda doon, yung duelo nila with Edwards. Edwards actually had 41 points to lead all scorers. Pero ibang klase na talaga itong si Jamal Murray who had 40. Then Nikola Jokic, they just out-dominate the two players, Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, with 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. Talagang
9 assists.
ibang klase.
Showtime pa to si Jokic.
Jokic, ang magandang city lang, pasa lang, tapos na doon si Aaron Gordon, tak-tak. Gano'n lang kasimple. Harmonic ng plays ng Denver. And alam mo kung sino naging X-factor ko dyan? Aaron Gordon. Isipin mo, he's facing Karl Anthony Towns. Ano nung kanaya kay Karl Anthony Towns? Wala, minalas. Minalas siya talaga sa laro. As in. Alam mo, Aaron Gordon is just providing the energy, outing prowess over Towns. Sabi ko nga, this will be a problem for Denver, for Minnesota, if they cannot contain it. Pero, for Minnesota to win one game in the series, kailangan ng gumising ni Kat. So I will say, kaya ba ng Minnesota labanan ng Denver? Nasa kanila yan. And that will be on Saturday.
Yeah, I know nasa kanila yan. But tell me something, like your point of view on how or if they can or cannot.
Well, ang sagot ko na lang dyan will be Karl Anthony Towns. Nasa kanya yun. He needs to wake up. Kasi hindi pwede kasi mag-rely on Timberwolves kay Anthony Edwards. Hindi. You need to have the guy
10 points lang si Towns 10 points lang si Towns.
And he had 5 fouls. Muntik na siyang graduate, di ba? He was actually hampered by fouls. He needs to play smart. Lalo na, dino-dominate na siya ni Aaron Gordon in the first 2 games of the series. All he needs to do is to wake up. He is the main star of Minnesota. And he needs to prove it. Di ba? Hindi yung parang kay Anthony Edwards na yata napasang korona eh. He needs to prove it. And ito naman si Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert had a hard time defending Nikola Jokic. Wala eh. Walang panama. Walang panama, ika nga. Kahit nga yung magkalaban sila when Gobert is in Utah. Ang hirap tapatan talaga ni Jokic. Ang dami niyang paraan how to score against him. Ang dami.
Yeah. Daming paraan how to score and how to pass and do a lot of things.
And then syempre you have the reliables of Bruce Brown, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Jeff Green. Silang tatlo. And syempre, hindi natin bagitin si Michael Porter Jr. Siya yung pumutok kanina din eh. So I will say Denver is a complete team right now. All they need to do, they need to play great defense. Lalo na the next 2 games will be in Minneapolis and this will be very exciting.
Next 2 games ba?
Yep.
Hindi palit? Hindi magkapalit?
That will be on Saturday. That will be, yung game 3 will be on Saturday. Game 4 will be on Monday.
Pareho sa Minnesota?
Yes, pareho.
Hindi magpapalit. Ganun ba yun?
Pareho sa Minnesota.
Okay.
So, syempre,
saman lang sila doon.
Oo. Sana nga. And pero yun nga, Karl Anthony Towns must wake up. That's the only thing.
Okay. Na? Pag-usapan natin yung team mo. Ang tanong! Ito ang tanong. Nakalimutan ko. Alam mo, isa natawa ko. I sent it to you. Meron akong second copy na question mark. Yung exclamation point yung nagamit ko. Nakita mo kagad eh. You're not ready to give up on the Warriors. And tomorrow is the day. If Warriors loses tomorrow, goodbye na, Billy?
I don't want to say goodbye yet.
I know you don't. Tell me how.
Well, ano mo, when I saw the news that Draymond Green will be suspended by tomorrow's game, naisip ko, handa yun dyan ang Warriors dyan. Handa ang Warriors. Remember, may ilang games na wala si Draymond Green at nananalo pa rin sila. Bakit? The shooting is still there. Nandun pa rin yung shooting ng Splash Brothers. All they need to do is to ayusin lang nila yung depensa nila eh. Lalo na they're now in their home floor with Steph, with Clay, with JP or Jordan Poole. Actually, Poole must play the efficient game just like what he did last year. Kasi sa totoo lang, in the first 2 games, siya yung pinaka nawala sa tatlo.
Pero pare, with Draymond Green being out of the game, I'm a little bit concerned. You mentioned about the defense. I mean, who's the defensive guy here in Golden State?
Well,
It's
ito lang
Draymond
siguro.
Green. It's Draymond Green.
Kung tatlingin mo ako,
Tapos si Fox, si Monk pa, dyan si Sabonis, sinong babantay sa mga to?
actually,
Wala.
kaya eh. Kaya ni Kevon Looney yan eh. Ito lang yung, kung ako tatanungin mo, who will be my starting 5? O sige, starting 5 pa naman kaya, If I am Golden State, I would rather start ito. Kevon Looney,
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins,
Mhm.
I'll go for Klay Thompson, iaakit ko na siya sa small forward, and I will start Gary Payton II. Agad. And then, siyempre, Steph Curry. Why Gary Payton II? Because Payton is a guy na sobrang kitikite pagdating sa depensa. He knows how to defend and he knows how to time his hands. Hindi niya, and remember, he was the young glove. He knows how to play off-ball situations. Kaya nga, yun nga yung Actually, para hindi tayo magka-problema para may energy off the bench, I will start Jordan Poole. Agad. I will start Jordan Poole.
Eh, wala ka ng energy. Siya nga yung siya nga yung backup 6-man mo eh.
Hindi. Jordan Poole, pero yun nga kasi, ang maganda kasi kay GP2, he can go, he is pang dos siya eh. Yun nga kasi, kay Jordan Poole, he will be the main sub for Steph, Dante DiVincenzo for Clay, or kay GP2. And then you have JaMychal Green, who needs to step up, replacing Kevon Looney. And I will say, Anthony Lamb. Di Anthony Lamb eh. Jonathan Kuminga. Well, ito, marami nagsasabi, hilaw pa si Kuminga. Totoo, hilaw pa nga masyado si Kuminga. Pero, kailangan lang niya, ayusin yung kanyang role. Kailangan magkaroon siya ng role dito sa team na to. And then actually, syempre, you have Moses Moody. Alam mo, nakakatuwa lang kay Moses Moody. He was born ready. Pag alam niyang delikado yung team, he needs to get in and he provides quality minutes.
I think, para sa akin bro, sorry, isingitan kita ng konti. Yung mga players na sinasabi mo, medyo irrelevant sa akin yan. Hindi naman niya pinapalaro sa playoffs masyado eh. Konti lang eh. I think para sa akin, and here's what Golden State need to focus on. And I tell you this, matatalo ang Golden State because they will not be able to play great defense against Sacramento Kings without Draymond Green. And I'm telling you this, the only way they're gonna win is to fight fire with fire. Pag pangit ang 3-point shooting ni Curry at ni Klay Thompson, wag ka na umasa na manalo ang Golden State. Because this is what happened. Kaya sila natalo because ang pangit ng laro ng shooting ni Stephen Curry. And they have been used to that.
Pare, sasabihin ko sa iyo, tingnan mo kung ilan ang lamang. Ilan?
Last game.
Tingnan
114-106.
I-total mo lahat kung ilan ang lamang ng Sacramento. Ilan? I-total mo ha.
Oh.
Tingnan mo kung sino nagkaiba. 'Di ba?
Ano? Sabi mo sa akin.
Close games. Both are close games.
It doesn't matter if it's close or if
No,
it's
no,
not.
no, no.
They got defeated. All I'm saying is that if
is.
Stephen Curry can shoot the ball better, then they could have won
It
without
doesn't
even think
matter.
about the defense.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter
Remember,
because ganun ang
it
ganun
doesn't
ang
matter
ano.
because unang-una, it doesn't matter. Why? That is his mantra. He can shoot whatever he wants. And remember,
That is the problem. That is the
No,
problem.
that's
If
not a
he
problem.
shoots and he cannot shoot the ball, he
That's
needs to
not a
sink
problem.
it. He needs to make it.
Alam mo kung
That's a
bakit?
problem, bro.
That's not a problem. Why? The difference is just only 11 points in total. Why?
You're looking at it
Two
on the
words.
holistic level. You need to look
No.
at this. 3 out of 13. Stephen
No.
Curry, 3 out of
No.
13.
No.
What do you mean no? Ang
Ito,
Golden
sagot
State
ko.
Warriors nananalo
We
siya
lost the game.
kahit
Why?
makipagsabayan sila on offense.
No,
Pero
not
sa defense,
fire
di
with
sila
fire.
kaya.
No. We lost the game because of this. 50-50 balls. We has too much. The game, in game number 2, it was tied twice. 93 all. It was tied actually once at 93 all. And it was down by 1 point. 102 to 101. Pero, saan napunta ang 50-50 balls? Sacramento. Kasi, we didn't play too much defense. We're too relaxed. We are too relaxed. Ganun lang kasimple. Ito lang let's be ang total lamang ng Minnesota sa Denver ay 29 plus 9, 38. Plus 38.
Sige.
Total Yung sa Lakers saka sa Grizzlies, plus 6. Lamang Lakers because wala 16, then 10. The third one is Phoenix has a plus 14, Clippers has a plus 5. So plus 9. Plus 9 yun. Pero, the Warriors were 0-2, but both games are close. That's because the Kings won the 2 because they won the 50-50 balls. Ganun lang kasimple. Ganun lang kasimple. Wala kaming pakialam kung ganun ang mga tira nila. Kung 3 out of 13, 1 out of 14, wala silang pakialam doon. They're not looking at it. They will tend to shoot. Kahit ano pa yan. Or, let's say like this. If they can shoot from the 2, they can shoot from the 2. They can shoot from the 2. But they opted to shoot from the 3. Wala silang choice eh. Diba? Pakaisipin nyo. Choice naman nilang Remember, kung naghahabol ka, you need to take the 3-point shot. Wala kang choice eh. Diba? It's a matter of defense lang. We almost have it. If not for the defense that we did in games 1 and 2. That's why, in game 3, we need to tighten our defense. Kahit wala si Draymond Green. Remember, nandiyan pa si Kevon Looney. If he can provide the rebounds just like what he did last season, the
Paano
Warriors.
yung 50-50 ball mo? Wala si Draymond Green.
Kahit wala si Draymond Green, ang 50-50 balls ay lahat pwedeng kumuha. You just need to fight with it, possession by possession.
Now, I understand where you're coming from.
Sacramento did.
I
in
understand
games
where
1
you're
and
coming from. I understand where you're coming from, but it would have been a better scenario if Steph and Clay is the same Steph
Just,
and Clay.
alam mo, you
as
need to
they
say
was.
it. You need to say it in the face of Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr is not.
I cannot.
You
Okay.
cannot say it in the face of Steve Kerr. We know Steve Kerr is just. Alam ko, marami siyang indecisions. Let's face it. Marami siyang indecisions. Pero, the game is far from over. Sabihin natin, 0-2 ang Golden State, hindi naman magcha-champion yan. Pero tatanungin ko kayo, sandali lang. Ano ba yung 4 wins, 4 championships na yon? Baliwala lang?
I understand.
Remember, dahil sa 4 championships na yon, the Warriors are now building a winning culture.
I understand.
Ano ba yung Warriors dati?
Ay, wala. Alam ko kung ano pa nga yung Byron Davis. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Billy. You're looking at the history, you're talking about the 50-50, but I'm just trying to dissect this to a level where, I can understand some of those reasons. I mean, because if that 50-50 ball na sinasabi mo, lumamang pa yung Warriors, plus maganda pa yung shooting, mas madali sana. I mean, if yun lang naman yung point ko. And I'm telling you this, on the next game, without Draymond Green, if Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry cannot shoot the ball well, forget about it. Kahit manalo pa kayo sa 50-50 ball na sinasabi mo yung possession na yan, if he cannot shoot the ball well, wala.
Manalo kami.
That's why I'm giving you my fearless prediction. Ikaw, you play safe. Tell me what the Warriors need to do in order to win. Are you saying? So, can you tell me honestly? Tell me right now if Curry will shoot 3 out of 13 again, and if they play defense, they gonna win? I don't think so.
Kung kailangan. He needs to play defense. Wala siyang choice.
I mean, obviously they need to play defense, bro. Obviously they can. This is championship. This is playoffs. You need to play defense.
Defense. Remember,
but you gotta shoot the ball as well. That is, Warriors is one of the best scoring teams.
Pero the Warriors are one of the worst defensive teams.
Exactly.
Pero
I mean, alam mo yung kasabihan, bro. Alam mo yung kasabihan, Billy, na you play on your strength. Without Draymond Green, what you gonna do? You're gonna do something that you're not good at.
Wala problema doon kung walang Draymond Green. Ready kami dyan. Ready dyan si Jonathan Kuminga. Naniniwala ako dyan.
Ikaw na nagsabi kanina na hilaw pa si Kuminga. Sinabi mo yan. Oh.
Alam ko. Pero he needs to be ready. Wala siyang choice.
That's the point. I mean, you're putting your hands on the players, the Kuminga. They're no bearing.
Remember, kung sinasabi mong no bearing yan, eto sasabihin ko, bakit niya ginagamit? Kung di no...
3 minutes, ginamit 3 minutes. 3 minutes, come on, Billy. 3 minutes in the last game. You need to look at your stats, bro. And the most glimmering stats that I got, Golden State Warriors, a shooting team, cannot shoot.
Cannot shoot. Pero tanungin kita, bakit dikit yung game? Kung hindi siya lang makashoot, bakit dikit yung laban?
That's when you need to look at your 50% ball. Maybe you're doing better on the 50-50 ball. Maybe the thing that you need to look at is the shooting of your offensive guys. Both Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson had a very bad shooting percentage, including Jordan Poole with 1 out of 7. Golden State need to focus on what they're good at.
Pero ako sasabihin. Number 1 ang Golden State sa assist. Pero bobo kami pagdating sa turnovers. We were dead last. And what is the advice? Limit your turnovers. That's the main problem. Why they cannot shoot? It's because they are turning the ball over. And karamihan sa mga turnovers nila, mga simpleng
Billy, to your point, I mean, this is where I don't understand you. You were talking about turnover. You're talking about ang pangit na mga pasa. And why are you talking about defense when you need to work on your offense and passing so you can shoot the ball better and get the ball to where it's supposed to go so you can shoot the ball? Diba? Ikaw na mismo nagsabi na offense sa dapat ang pinag-aaralan.
It's simultaneous. Kasi yun, alam mo kasi, it's actually the Warriors made a mistake there. Pero, sabihin natin,
Hmm.
we lost the 50-50 balls. We lost the possessions. Now, eto sasabihin ko. Draymond Green can have an effect. I know. We have an effect. And we need to be ready for that. Remember, season, na-eject din si Draymond Green. Pero they won.
Well,
And
I
that is
mean,
against Memphis.
that's not
That is
playoffs.
against Memphis no game number 1.
It's
on a
not against.
three-pointer
It's not a playoff game.
No, it's a playoff game. That's game number 1. Conference semifinals, game number 1. Draymond Green got ejected and Klay Thompson made a key three-pointer.
When was this? When was this?
Last season.
Last season.
And I watched it. And I watched it. And I watched the game
And
itself.
how many points did Stephen Curry had?
Nakalimutan ko yung score, pero the final
I
score
bet
is-
he has a good scoring night. I bet he has a
ang
good
scoring
scoring
run
night.
is 117 to 116. And actually, Klay Thompson made a key 3 that gave the Warriors the lead and for good. And and Steph Curry made a block shot, Ja Morant. And then, in the final seconds, Ja Morant tries to make a layup, but Gary Payton just confuses Morant to take a shot. And sumablay ang Memphis. We won game 1.
Yeah,
At
okay.
wala si Draymond Green.
Yeah,
At wala si
okay.
Draymond Green nun.
Yeah, okay.
It's now.
But what
Draymond Green.
how did Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson what did they produce? We better look at this.
Sige, meron ka bang share screen dyan?
Hindi, kasi you're alluding to this. Bro, I understand where you're coming from. You can still win without Draymond Green. But I'm just pointing at your main man, and it looks like you're looking past at the performance of your shooters. You're accepting the fact that you're saying, we did not lose because they had a bad shooting. Since when it wasn't it? You know how a team plays by shooting win by shooting the ball inside the basket, right? If
sabi
only
ko
can
nga,
Stephen Curry can shoot
oh.
3 more of
Ito
that
sasabihin
3-point
ko.
shot, then they could have won.
Alam mo, ganito lang yung kasimple. Alam mo ba yung sinasabing law of percentages? Diba?
You wanna be like Westbrook? At saka James Harden style?
Sumugal sila that Stephen Curry will make a shot from the 3-point range. Yes, very effective si Steph. Pero they're just providing the percentage.
Okay.
At nagtagumpay din ang percentage na yan. It's because they're willing to gamble. They're willing to gamble on it. Ganun lang kasimple.
And that's what I'm saying. They gambled on it and they lost because of Stephen Curry.
Alam mo, sasabihin ko sa'yo, parang iniisip niya naman na si Steph Curry ang reason. No.
Isa siya sa reason. Because he's the one who shot the ball
Unang-una,
13 times from outside the field and only sink 3 shots.
Tanungin kita, bakit siya naging 4-time champion? Bakit siya naging 1-time MVP? Kundi dahil sa 3 points na yan. Ito na
Correct.
sasagutin ko. Pero
Correct.
sasagutin ko kayo.
Mm.
Remember the law of simple. Sumugal ka, patirahin mo, tignan natin kung papasok. Diba? Ganun lang kasimple yun. I-apply mo rin yan kay Russell Westbrook. Ganun din. Remember, all players, hindi naman 100% nakakashoot ng bola. Tama ba ako?
Correct.
Hindi?
Correct.
Kaya,
Tama ka.
kaya sumugal lang sila. Even kay Klay Thompson, na magaling na shooter, pero sinugal nila. And nagtagumpay sila doon. Diba?
Klay Thompson has a 5 out of 10. Why did they not pass the ball to Klay Thompson instead?
Remember, as I've said,
That's a coaching mistake as well.
that's what ito sasabihin ko.
Coaching mistake.
What is Sacramento doing? Diba? The answer is their stingy defense. That's why hindi may pasa kay Klay Thompson, Anong ginagawa ng Kings? Dinidikitan nila si Steph, dinidikitan din nila possession. Hindi sila hindi mabigyan maig si Clay. It's because dinidikitan na nila from the start. Tanungin mo muna dyan si Davion Mitchell. Siya ang naging pahirap kay Steph Curry. Kaya nga siya tinatawag na the off night because of stingy defense. Partida, he is only 6'1".
Okay.
That's why kahit anong mangyari, we will win this. Kaya pa namin manalo. That's why hindi ako bibitaw.
I have no doubts na kaya niya manalo. I have no doubts na kaya niya manalo. But all I'm saying, Billy, is that watch out for the shooting percentage of Stephen Curry in this game. If he has a good game, expect
We don't care for the shooting percentages because that is his thing. If he will go shooting beyond it, you need to look at the statistics of Curry every time they won't win. I know it can hurt the team, but that's the only way.
That's not the only way. Come on. If you're a coach, you need to find another way.
Remember, if he is still a born shooter, he will do that if he wants to.
Okay. That's how a great player does it, right? You keep shooting until you get it. But all I'm saying is that if you have someone like Klay Thompson who's 5'10", who's 5'10",
what kind
why
of
don't you just
defense
pass
did
the ball?
Sacramento did? What kind of defense did Sacramento did? You need to ask that. I would answer you. They're playing stingy defense. Lalo na pag
course
sa
they
ball
should.
handoff.
Of course they should, man. It's playoffs.
Remember, because of their physical defense against Golden State, they have a hard time shooting. Ganun lang simple. I watched
and Stephen Curry needs to defend the Aaron Fox because the Aaron Fox is so clutch.
Isa pa yan. The Aaron Fox is so clutch. Talagang, kaya nga tamang-tama na tawagan siyang clutch player of the year. And I will say the Aaron Fox, he is a one hard man to stop.
Okay.
One hard man to stop. Alam niya ni Andrew Wiggins. Pero naniniwala ko that Wiggins can change the fortunes. Kailangan lang niya confidence. Kailangan lang niya is more of ibigay mo kay Wiggins siya na ang bahala. Because nandun naman yung laro niya eh. Nasira lang talaga because of what the Kings did. They fought for every
Okay. Sabi mo yan eh. Wala ka na. Boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hindi naman ako nawala. Basta, ito lang sasabihin ko. Kung naniniwala pa kayo na mananalo bang Golden State, maniwala pa rin kayo. At ako
siyempre. Yun. So,
now, what if, baka magtanong kayo lahat, what if kung ma-3-0? Okay. Ang sagot ko
wala na yan. Pag 3-0, wala na yan.
Hindi. Maniniwala pa ako. Kasi alam mo bakit? Hanggang hindi ko naririnig ang pambansang awit, tuloy pa rin ang lahat.
Wala na yan. Pero ito ang tanong ko sa'yo.
Alam ko.
Bakit naniniwala ka? Alam mo palang wala na. Come on, Billy. Be
pero,
honest with me.
Pero naniniwala? Siyempre, warrior for life to.
Diba? Okay. Here's my question to you.
Sige po.
What are the things that should happen in order for the Golden State Warriors to win? Give me 3 things, just 3 things. Yung pinaka main things. Don't talk to me about the little things. Yung 3 main things.
Defense, turnovers, and also rebounding. Yun lang yung
okay.
yun.
So, ito lang titingnan ko ha. So, defense, kailangan mas let's translate it into a measurable item. would you agree
Yeah.
with me that maganda ang depensa ng Golden State Warriors if they can hold down the field goal percentage lower than the Golden State Warriors? Is that okay? So that we can analyze this the next
Agree
time.
ako. Agree
Okay.
ako.
Sa turnover, as long as mas marami ang turnover ng Sacramento sa Golden State, pwede na.
Yes.
And then, what was the third one?
Rebounds.
Rebound. So, mas marami yung rebounds. And let's just say, mas mababa ang field goal percentage ng Sacramento at konti ang turnovers nila, mas mataas ang rebound nila, pero pangit ang percentage ni Stephen Curry, mananalo pa rin. Iyon ang sinasabi mo sa akin. Kasi ako, all I'm saying is simple. If Curry plays well, they will win.
Oo. Kasi...
Okay. sige. Intriguing ng konti.
Kasi remember...
Parang napapapikit ka, parang hindi ka naniniwala yata. Maniwala ka naman.
Hindi. Ito na sasabihin ko.
Sige.
Curry can still... If kumamalasi si Curry, remember, nandiyan pa si Clay. Nandiyan pa si Poole. Nandiyan pa
Hoy, kung pasahan nyo ng bola, ayaw niya pasahan eh.
That's why, di ba, kaya nga number 1 ang Golden State sa assist. But the problem is, because of the stagey defense by Sacramento, they were only just having 16 assists in game 2.
Yeah, don't let that
And they have 20
don't
turnovers.
expect that to diminish.
Kumbaga, the
in
turnover
this next
ratio, ang turnover ratio, pangit. Di ba? So, yun.
Okay. Okay. So ayan na abangan natin bukas yan. So I just wanted to say to the people bukas na
Pero sa
umaga.
lang,
Sige. Oh.
huwag natin kalimutan yung isa pang game. You have
Meron
the
pa ba?
Sixers and the Nets tomorrow.
Kalimutan na natin yan, Sixers lang yan. May pag-asa pa ba dyan ng Nets?
Well, ang nakikita ko kasi kaya naman nila eh. The problem is, if Joel Embiid goes hot, wala. So I will say with the Sixers and the Nets, it will be a commanding 3 games to none lead. Unless ito si Mikal Bridges will do something. And Spencer Dinwiddie. Pero yun nga, as I've said, if no one can defend Joel Embiid just like in games 1 and 2, sorry.
I think as simple as this, the Philadelphia has too much firepower against the Nets. So
Exactly.
it's the same series as the Celtics and the Hawks. Kind of.
O nga pala, gusto kong mag-iba ng topic kasi. Pero yun nga, abangan nyo na lang bukas. First game, we have the Sixers and the Nets. And then the second game, we have the Warriors and the Kings from the Bay Area.
Let's have bago ka magsimula ng topic. 3 games, di ba? Tell me the winners
Yes.
of the 3
third
games.
one, the third one pala will be the Phoenix Suns and the LA Clippers pala.
Tell me the
That
winners.
will be
Let's have a game.
10:30. Ha?
Let's have a game. Tell me the winners of the games tomorrow.
Philly, GSW, and sa game 3, Clippers. Kasi why?
Ako
Siyempre,
wala na explain.
hope
Diretso
for
na.
the
Ako
Clippers.
Philly, Kings, at saka
Yes.
Suns.
Okay.
Magkaiba tayo dun sa dalawa para masaya. Para yan mag-asara tayo next time kung sino man. Philly, Kings, Suns.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Philly lang tayo nag-agree. What is that other topic you wanna talk about? Our last topic.
Ito, I would like to talk, ito hindi masyado na pag-usapan pero napag-usapan namin in one podcast about women's basketball here in the Philippines. Kasi ganito kanina, ang women's team natin, Nagilas women's team, going up against the high school ng Lasal, Sobel. Actually, kung di ako nagkakamali, nandun yung anak ni Winnie Arboleda. Santi Arboleda yata doon. correct nyo na lang po ako, reply po kayo dito sa Powcast Sports. About women's basketball because I remember during our interview kasi, my interview with some girls and yung coach, I would like to give shout-outs to Coach Ryan Christian Mercado. Hello sa'yo, Coach Ryan. Kasi syempre, ito lang pansinin mo. Yung kalaban ng women's team, puro mga totoy pa. Mga high school pa yan. Ano mo,
Neneng naman. Wag naman totoy, neneng.
No, hindi totoy talaga. As in, yung women's team natin is totally women's na mismo. Yan na yun.
Yeah.
And they
Women's
fought
nga.
against high school.
Lalaki
which
ba
is
yung kinalaban nila? Lalaki?
Lalaki, pero high school.
Kaya totoy. Okay, sige.
Hindi, isipin mo na lang. That's the problem here in the Philippines kasi. Na if you're talking about women's sports, ano mo pinakasikat? Kay Heidelin. Diba? Pero if you're talking about, and then volleyball. The volleyball
yung kay Heidelin, si Heidelin yung sikat. Yung sport niya, I would disagree. The best women's sport
agree ako dyan.
in the Philippines
Tama ka dyan.
is volleyball. Because nandun yung magaganda.
Siyempre. At sa volleyball kasi, alam mo, ito na lang yung sa volleyball, puno ang venues. Lagi. Puno ang venues kahit eliminations hanggang finals. Pero if you will compare sa women's basketball, halos wala kang audience masyado. Wala Parang alam, closed door. Parang closed door. Pero if mo
bakit may tournament ba? Wala naman ako naririnig na tournament It's not even a tournament.
No, the women's team are competing for the SEA Games. Remember?
Yes, I understand. But that game, which games are you referring to na walang nanonood? There's not even a lot of tournaments for women's basketball and for Gilas.
That's why I'm saying it is. Kasi alam mo, during my interview kasi, parang hindi pa tayo ready maigi to have a professional women's basketball league. Actually, nagawa yan ng
NBL.
ng WNBL.
Yes, meron.
Bakit hanggang ngayon hindi ko makita na magpapaliga sila ng ganon. Diba? So, syempre, parang isipin natin dito na is that yes, they're defending their SEA Games gold medal for the third time. But kailangan look at the women's soccer natin. They are very well prepared themselves going for the World Cup. If they will upset either Norway, Switzerland, or New Zealand, that will be big for our women's team. Lalo na doon sa soccer community. That would be big for a team na hindi naman nag-World Cup ever since. This is our first World Cup. Diba? Pero yun nga, if you're talking about basketball, ang pinaka-achievement na lang nila will be lagi sila nandun sa level 1. Kasi meron kasi dalawang level yan You have the Division 2 and you have the Division 1. Yung Division 2, you need to qualify para ma-1. At yung Division 1 na yun, labanan yan for the Olympics and for the World Cup. And I will say, syempre, if you're talking about women's basketball per se, yun pa nga yung nagiging problema Kasi, like for example, sa WNBA, alam mo ba na ang kanilang annual income nila ay almost $250,000 per year? Alam niyo yun? $250,000, 250K.
So how does this relate to the women's team of the Philippines?
Okay, sige. let's
Tell
ano
me.
lang.
I mean, what is the main reason for the discussion? I just want to understand. Sorry, it's hard kasi to compare women's and men's sports eh. Because
That's right.
honestly, iba talaga yung appeal ng men's sports tsaka ng women's sports. Magkaiba
Agree
yung
ako
appeal
dyan.
nila eh. I mean,
Agree ako
I'm
dyan.
sorry to say, miski sa boxing, it's the same regardless of, iba talaga.
Pero alam mo, amin ko sa iyo yung sa women's
Mm.
boxing, medyo bumabalik-balik na rin siya sa limelight
You know
Bumabalik-balik
why?
na rin. Why?
You know why? Pinapaganda nila yung mga boksingero. And they know how to market being a woman in the sport. And that's the same thing that MMA has done, volleyball has done. They showcase how pretty they are and athletic they are. Unfortunately, and you have to accept this. Men
Yeah.
are watching sports than women. Yung women's sports, men pa rin ang karamihan ng nanonood niyan. Yung men's
Exactly.
sports, men din ang nanonood. Yung mga
Exactly.
asawa natin, tanungin mo kung nanonood sila ng women's basketball at ng women's volleyball, siguro medyo kasi pamabae, pero yung women's boxing, babae ba nanonood niyan? Yung women's
Lalaki
basketball, lalaki rin. So, you need to play to their advantage. Kaya nga yung MMA, di ba? Ang pinapasexy nila, pinapaganda nila, they have to market it very well. So, subukan mo
Kasi-
mag-short-shorts yung mga, I'm sorry to say, I'm being sexualizing them, but it is what it is. Because the level of their skills is not as far as the men's.
That's why during my interview doon sa aking podcast na The Round Ball 2 years ago, ano talaga ang problema lang kasi regarding sa women's sport, lalo na syempre with our basketball, is that they are achieving but no one is appreciating. Konti lang ang nag-appreciate. Look at it. Balikan natin about sa Philippines, sa women's, sa Gilas women's natin. Sino ang pinakasikat? Is Jack Animam.
I don't even know.
Jack Animam. Okay, so Jack Animam, she is 6'4". She plays forward and center. And I will say that, syempre, regarding this team, ito si Jack, she suffered actually an ACL last season. But I will say that itong sa ito yung isa sa gusto magbangon sa women's team natin. Alongside with April Berardino, who played actually for Adamson University, and who sa Air Force, si Janine Pontejos. All I can say is kasi, alam mo ito we are very fortunate na nagre-recruit na tayo ng mga PhilAmps. Kasi,
Ito na
yun
tayo sa
talaga
hybrid.
yes,
Hybrid na.
ma-hybrid na nga tayo Yeah.
Alam mo, here's one of the thing, and to be honest with you, good move niya mga hybrid para may mga tisay, but here's the thing, this the same way that the men's Gilas basketball team or the PBA are doing, media needs to support the women's basketball. It starts with that because they are not recognized because not a lot of people knows what's happening. And it's just the hardcore basketball fans that knows it. But the casual fans, you need the casual in order to make a hype and get the support. Because if I am a brand, why would I support someone that doesn't know, di ba? Doon ako sa
Aminin
Gilas.
lang natin.
Hinebra lang.
Pagdating sa women's basketball, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas sa Pilipinas, konti lang sa atin ang magaling na babae.
Uy.
Konti lang. Pangalawa, kung meron mga potensyal na babae na naglalaro ng basketball, tuturuan pa yan mula start hanggang dulo. Yes. Pero isipin mo na lang, unlike China, unlike South Korea, unlike Japan, na isipin mo, ang Japan, nag-silver medalist pa yan sa Olympics. Diba? Pero isipin mo, bakit sila, nagpapaproduce sila ng players? Siguro ito na lang You have the word. Sinabi mo yun. suporta. Kasi, look at it, ang budget talaga. Paano yung budget ng women's team natin? Diba? So, isipin mo na lang, aminin na lang natin, ito sinabi ni Shaquille O'Neal kay Candace Parker, bakit hindi mo babaan yung ring from 10 feet to 9 feet? Diba? Para makadakdak naman yung mga babae. It may be off to girls, but actually, yun yung naging reason kung bakit medyo naging boring ang WNBA. At kahit naman dito sa Pilipinas Diba? At saka, isipin mo lang pag babae, anong kalimitan tira nila? Anong kalimitang moves nila? Outside shots. Layup pag naka-fast break. Pero kung harap-harapan mo babantayan, bihira lang ang babaeng marunong mag-isip pagdating sa ere. Let's admit it. Hindi tayo nangiinsulto. Okay, let's have a disclaimer. Hindi tayo nangiinsulto. It is just a hard truth. Sabi nga ni Kuya Pao, sobrang sakit lang talaga na ang women's team or even our women's basketball natin, hindi pa siya ganun kapulido. Although, napapanood naman natin. And ano mo, most of the basketball fans, they started to appreciate the women's team. Kasi, lagi nananalo. If you will compare to our men's team, na naghahanda for the SEA Games, naghahanda for the Basketball World Cup, and naghahanda for the Asian Games, nasa na? Pahapiyaw na naman tayo. Diba? So, hindi ko masisisi sa women's team na talagang well-prepared sila. Kahit kalabanin nila ay puro totoy o kaya mga college students. Kasi wala wala tayong ipaglaban na babae sa babae. Let's face it. Bakit bihira ang mga tune-up games for the girls? Kasi hindi nga na-promote na maayos.
Hindi, wala rin masyadong talent to match the current national teams. It's simple as that. So if they're gonna play, they're gonna have to play against men.
Well, I may agree with you. Kaya nga sabi ko, siguro it's more of promotion na lang If you will ask me, if we want the women's na mag-level up, they need to level up. Hindi na pwede more of Southeast Asian side. You need now to dominate the Asian side. We are lucky that we are still promoted to division. We're still in division.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It will only happen. Yun nga, pag meron kang pag yun ang gagawin natin, lagi tayong maghahanap ng mga foreign nationals, and then we get them as kumbaga pahinog na, but this is the same thing when we're talking about sports in general. When we talk about China, we talk about Japan, they have a good grassroots program, so they have a better pool of players. So
that's exactly what I'm saying.
If we don't have that kind of pool of players, or if we don't have young players, regardless of what sport, especially in women's basketball, then there's no continuity. There's no team.
Actually, I will agree with you.
Yeah, we
That's
can get
why
1-2 players na Phil-Am na matangkad, 6-footer, but that's not gonna win you the game.
Dahil yun nga isipin mo, if you kailangan talaga na yung women's professional league natin ay kailangan ma-convince maigi. Kailangan
someone has to need to put up money, and media has support it, because
actually agree ako dyan. Actually, ang nagsusponsor lagi dyan is Ever Belena. Na yung company ng mga sea. Yung company na yun nga may-ari ng Blackwater, di ba? Kumbaga, ito lang masasabi natin, Kuya Pao. Kailangan talaga ng suporta, kailangan nilang humingi ng tulong mula sa SBP. And SBP must address this. Kasi isipin mo na lang na huwag nating isipin about the men's side competing for the World Cup. We need to pick up the women's din. for their development. Lalo na, this is their chance na improve na sarili nila that they can go higher. They can compete against China. They can compete against New Zealand, Australia, and you have Chinese Taipei, Japan. I hope. And South Korea. I hope dapat pakita natin yon.
Yeah. And unfortunately, bro, ma-overshadowed pa rin yan ng men's team eh. Kasi yung men's team yung focus ng mga karamihan eh. So, mahirapan talaga. I guess para sa akin, we live with that. They gotta win. They gotta do the impossible.
I will
Because
agree with you.
sa atin talaga, yung culture natin, you gotta do it first before we can support you.
Saka
It's hard to
hindi.
get,
So,
yeah, it's hard
aminin
to
lang
get support
natin.
from the bottom.
Saka ito na lang aminin natin. Pag naglalaro tayo ng mga pick-up games, hindi nga natin sineseryoso yung mga girls eh. Aminin mo. Oo, hindi. Di ba pag maglalaro tayo, hindi mo
Wala namang
sineseryoso
babae
yung...
naglalaro ng pickup games masyado eh. Wala. It's just fun.
Actually, sa SHPH, itong suot ko, shoutouts to Coach Joseph Aldea, meron kaming babae doon, ang pangalan, yung Queen of the Court, si Nicole De Los Reyes. She's actually playing every...
Okay yan. Maganda yan si Nicole eh. Kilala ko yan.
Yun nga, si Labutching, si Nicole. Yun nga kasi, maganda kasi na kailangan, tama ka doon. Yun nga kasi, bihira lang talaga sa atin yung mga nagpipick up game na girls. Pero yun nga, pag may kalaro tayong babae kasi, hindi natin sineseryoso. Bakit? Siyempre, ayaw mong makan yung parts niya dahil siyempre, physical game. Siyempre, ayaw mong hawakan yung mga private parts, di ba? So, medyo lang ka. Pero, kung ako tatanungin mo, dapat tanggalin yung stigma na yun. Na, kahit babae yan, lalabanan ko. Basta sa court. Sa court lang. Yes,
Mahirap
tama
yan.
ka. Mahirap yan. Talaga. Pero
Pwede
syempre
naman,
sa akin,
walang problema.
siguro sa
And
akin,
here's the thing, we need to start with our younglings. The same with other sports. They gotta be interested in the younger age so that more and more people can play the game.
exactly. And,
Katulad
so,
ng
yun
lalaki,
lang
kahit
naman
sino
talaga.
naglalaro. Anyway,
Okay.
137 na pare. Good thing you brought that up, no. And again, we're all support. Actually, although I'm focusing on NBA and boxing and mixed martial arts, if there are any teams na, for example, they want an interview, they want to have press release of whatever sports.
Actually, alam mo kung sino
welcome.
gusto nating interviewin?
Sino gusto
Si
mo?
Coach Pat Aquino.
Pat Aquino.
Yes. Yung coach ng women's team. Kasi, siya kasi yung kumbaga siya yung naghahatid ng kumbaga bakit niya pinapasikat. Alam mo kung bakit sikat si Coach Pat Aquino? Not even the women's team. Ito lang. Remember, National University went undefeated 6 times during his time before the pandemic happened. And then he was replaced by Aris Di Maunahan to concentrate on the women's team ng Gilas. Pero after that, lost after 108 games. Isipin mo 108 games, doon pa natalo ang Lady Bulldogs. And that's what, pero nakabawi naman sa championship and they won 2-0 against LaSalle. Diba? Ano gusto natin i-imply dito? Mas gusto ko nga kausapin si Coach Pat Aquino because syempre, siya yung reason kung bakit marami nang humaling sa women's basketball. Yun lang.
Okay. Sana mas dumami pa. Alright, Billy. Salamat ha.
Thank you po.
Good luck sa Warriors mo.
Good luck na lang. Thank you.
Okay. Alright guys, salamat at ako pahinga na lang muna ako, may weigh-in pa ako pupuntahan bukas because I'm here sa Cebu because of Artlist Sports boxing events mangyayari pa sa San Fernando, Rod Expiala versus Alan Alberca. So Kita-kita tayo bukas maaga. Bukas maaga yung ano namin yung weigh-in. So thank you so much. I'll probably go live tomorrow again. And I'll see you again next time sa ating Tuesday, Thursday Hoops Talk. Sansakay na kayo kung hindi ako masyadong nakapag-boxing. But this weekend, for sure, boxing event tayo. Ryan Garcia. Tang Davis. Bye guys. Salamat po.